Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Jones. Welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week I am planning the week of the 2nd of September in my A5 wide inserts from my own shop, Tilly Journals, which by the time you're seeing this is nice and open. It's been open for a little while and you have about another 20 days to buy planners if you want them to arrive in time for the new year. So I am using the, I believe it's called Off Duty kit from Plannerface. It's with art from Clip Art Kits and I absolutely love it. I decided to use it just for this week in September just because I was in need of a bit of a more relaxing week, and I would just, I don't know, I felt like it was a good anytime kit for September and it came out really cute and I love how it came out. I am pairing it with a mishmash of foil. Some in rose from Caress Press and some from my own shop, Tilly Journals, in matte purple. And underlay wise I'm using these solid matte purple you can see going down now with the blob rose from my shop again. The blob rose they're both on glossy paper. Yeah, what else do I need to tell you about this base? The only thing I don't love about this base is that the stickers from my shop are in matte finish and the stickers from Caress Press are glossy, and I don't love that mixture of finishes being different, but it is what it is. I wanted to use the mishmash of colours because it is a very pink and purple kit and I feel like that was nicely reflected. Whilst I did colour block, I was doing a readathon, bits of a readathon, and so in the sidebar I have used a couple of stickers from Creating & Co for said readathon, but yeah, it is what it is. That's just how it went down. Anything else I need to tell you? I don't think so. I think that's kind of it for the base and things. We finished watching Once Upon a Time this week, which feels like absolutely age ago, but it is like mid-October, late October by the time I'm filming this voiceover, so it is quite a long time ago, so fair enough that it feels a while ago because it was. What else did I put in the sidebar? I only had one full box in the sidebar just because I finished 4 books this week and then I wanted to mark finishing Once Upon a Time. I do try and mark finishing TV series and things in the sidebar, but I'm a bit rubbish at doing it. I don't always remember and things like that, whereas with books I pretty much always remember. So yeah, I think that's it for that sort of side of things. So it's time to get into talking about the books I read. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Tangled Up in You, and this is by Christina Lauren. This is from the Meant to Be series that I believe is Disney paying for, whatever. It's basically modern fairy tale retellings, and this was by Christina Lauren, who I really like as an author, and Tangled is one of my favourite Disney films, so understandably this got a 4.5 stars. So this is about Wren, who grew up in a homestead. She barely left it and never really integrated with society. However, she somehow manages to convince her parents that she should be able to go to college, but has to keep to a strict set of rules. Enter Fitz, the ruggedly handsome, popular kid at school with a rich dad. Together they end up going on the trip of a lifetime and uncover one another's deeper truths. I absolutely love this. It missed out on a half star because there's quite a lot of drama in the book and it kind of just skips over the mental health repercussions of said drama. And like, Wren was so easily able to fit into society, and I know that is true of Tangled as well, but yeah, I really fell in love with both Wren and Fitz, who had hearts of gold, and I loved that Wren was interested in everything. They're really easy to like and get attached to. My husband is a little bit like that in that he's interested in everything. He's not always interested in it like all of the time, but he does like get interested by nearly everything. I loved little nods to the film, Pascal, the lanterns, the biker bar, but also it was really modernised and the tension, chemistry builds beautifully. There are a lot of mixed reviews on this, but we are reading a YA book. Like, come on, they're Disney retellings. If you expected them to be heavy adult books, I'm not sure that you understand the point in this series. Disney aren't going to release smut heavy adult only books, are they? That's just not Disney's way. Moving on to Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This was for the readathon and it was the group read. This probably isn't a book I would have picked up otherwise. It is about Iris, who's trying to hold her family together. Her brother is off at war and her mum is falling apart, but she's also trying to get a promotion she knows she deserves at work, but Roman Kit is fighting her every step of the way, even though he doesn't really want to be a columnist and that was never his goal. When their wardrobes seem to be connected and letters Iris is sending end up in Kit's room, they slowly start to get to know one another as something more than rivals. I give this 3 stars. My summary is there's nothing wrong with it, there just wasn't anything to love about it either. I was glad it was an audiobook and I could listen on 1.2 speed because I felt like it dragged quite a lot anyway, and it would have dragged so much more. It's very much a slow burn romance that isn't really sure when it's set. Like, it's got quite a lot of misogyny and anti-women views and war, but then, yeah, lots of things are quite modernised as well. I don't know. It's an odd mix of a romance and a war book, and I just don't think it was my thing. The chapters felt a bit juxtaposed and they just didn't really flow. I loved the idea of falling in love via letters, but hated that Kit spent most of the book lying to Iris and then she just forgives him in a second. There is a sequel to this book and I'm not sure I will buy it. And that just doesn't even bother me. The next book I read was The Dream Guy Next Door by Lauren Blakely. I again gave this 3 stars. So this is about January, who's a single mum to Wednesday, who left her loveless marriage years before and has no interest in relationship. That's until Liam moves in next door with his son, who catapulted into his life one day when he hadn't even known he existed. Liam wants his happily ever after, and family and relationship, will their attraction and draw to one another allow them to find a compromise between their life plans. It was okay. I got bored of the whole, we shouldn't be together, we want different things, we're clearly drawn together, but we're neighbours, we shouldn't try and date. Really? Liam kept going on dates with other people and I really, man, stop going on dates with other people when you clearly have feelings for someone else. It's just so unfair. I really liked how they both interacted with their children, though I'm not going to be on board with calling your child mum Spawn and Spawner. I thought that was really weird. The relationships they had with their children was good, as was the theme. I just wasn't attached to January and Liam or their story, and the resolution was a bit eye-roll, but it wasn't bad. It's a quick and easy romance, but there's just no depth to it. Then last but certainly not least, I have Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe by Jenny Colgan. So this is about Izzy, who grew up in her grandfather's bakery. When she's made redundant, she decides to use her redundancy pay to open up her own cafe. Everything in her life seems to be falling apart. Her grandfather's memory's going, her boyfriend is the one who made her redundant, and she lost her job. Will she be able to pull off the opening of the bakery, or will it collapse just like everything else in her life? This is very much what it says on the cover. I gave it 3.5 stars. It's a light-hearted, Hallmark-esque book that's somewhat slice of life, but with a cafe opening thrown in and a lot of random recipes in it. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's nice, it's comfortable, it's just a nice cozy read, but it's a little bit long for a cozy read. In the middle of chapters, there's quite a lot of changing a point of view as well, and it can make it a little bit challenging to follow at times, and there are other times you just want to facepalm for Izzy's decisions and you just want to roll your eyes at her, and then there's others where you just want to give her a cuddle. There are some bits of classism and fat phobia thrown into this novel which could be quite triggering. The ending was a bit rushed, but that's kind of always the way with this Hallmark-esque book. They just want to tie everything off nicely. And that is it for the books I read, and I have chatted about those for quite a long time, so I am better get on with my day by day. So I woke up this morning, on the Monday morning, still in Scotland from the planner meet the week before, and I packed up and said goodbye to Soph in the morning, and then worked on driving home. I really wasn't feeling very well at all this day, and I had to stop in the journey, and I literally had to lie down and napped in the back of my car because I felt so crap. So when I finally did get home, I had some rest. I did have to cancel therapy this day, which was a bit annoying because it was my penultimate CBT session because my therapist was moving, but it just is what it is. It had to happen. Then when Soch got home from work, we had lots and lots of snuggles because we hadn't seen each other for a few days. I did some reading and then we binge watched some Once Upon a Time and just had a pretty chill and restful day because the drive was like should have been like 4 or 5 hours, maybe even 6, and like then added an hour nap. It was most of my day really, the drive home. Moving on to Tuesday, I started my day by reading some Tangled Up in You before work. Then I went into work. After work, I wrote some reviews for books. I'm still a bit behind on writing reviews, but I am trying to write slightly shorter reviews to catch up, but then write longer ones for books I've read more recently. But I've been reading quite a lot of rereads recently, so I haven't bothered with longer reviews, but that's what I'm going to aim to do, is write longer reviews for books that I read recently, or that I've read recently, and like short reviews for older books I read months ago. Anyway, that was a blabber you didn't need. Then I pulled some stickers because obviously I hadn't pulled stickers for the whole week. Went for a walk. I skipping over something that happened. Then we had a guides planning meeting, or we had guides and we were planning. No, we had a guide planning meeting. We met with the other leaders and sat and tried to plan. And then after that, I did some more watching of Once Upon a Time. On to Wednesday, I had a really pointless support phone call. Then I walked to the doctor's to get some medications because the thing I kind of scripted over yesterday was that I had a urinary tract infection. So I went to get the meds for it there. And then I was just feeling very run down and poorly, and that's probably why, because I had the UTI. So I went for a lie down and had a sleep. Did some resting, so I must have finished Tangled Up in You the day before because I started Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe this day, and then finished the day with some Once Upon a Time. On to Thursday, I was again at work, and this day I did a primary care clinic, which is a SHO-led clinic that I was doing, and then I met with my educational supervisor, who's called Sam, who was actually Socian's educational supervisor, and I asked to switch to her and they let me, so yeah, I met her. So then I marked in that she was absolutely lovely and I really liked her, so yeah, that's what I put. Then I came home and read some Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe, and to finish off the day we watched some Once Upon a Time. On to Friday again, I was at work, and in the morning I was in a clinic with one of the consultants. I was absolutely knackered this day, so that's all I've written. So when I got home, I just did some more reading of Meet Me at Cupcake Cafe, watched some Once Upon a Time, and we got an early night. On to Saturday, which is the only day I have an extender this week, and Kiara saying hello because she loves to feature in videos and be around me. So I started off on Saturday by doing my nails. I try and do them on a Friday night, but if I'm too exhausted after 2 days of work, I don't. I then worked on my portfolio for work. I need to really keep on top of it, and I've got quite a lot of it to do, so I need to get back to doing some of it regularly, but Then we were working on doing some laundry all day. Honestly, I did so much laundry recently, it's a joke. Then I filmed a plan with me, designed some scripts, I suspect for the shop because that's a really random time to design them otherwise, wrote some book reviews and edited/voiceovered a video because I've used a little microphone sticker. Then I did some crocheting. I've been crocheting again on and off. Enjoy it for a few days and then I don't touch it for months, and it's a really bad habit because I've got a couple of things I want to make for before Christmas, so I really need to get on with that. Then I've marked in movie night, which probably means we finished Once Upon a Time the day before and we actually watched a movie. I feel like we watched Inside Out, but I don't remember. And then the last thing I marked in that I was really, really struggling. I was not having the best brain week this week, with feeling not very well and poorly and just generally run down. It's not what you want in your life, is it? You just don't want to feel that way. So yeah, so I was pretty much really, really struggling that day, and that is kind of it for the Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing on camera. I seem to have got very behind on things. I feel like something must have gone quite wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I think, my movie night sticker got stuck to the paper shire sticker and you could see it, and I was trying to get all that off. It didn't work very well. You can still kind of see a weirdness behind movie night, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's hidden by the day extender. Anyway, on to Sunday, I started the day off by doing some editing and another voiceover. Then I worked on odd jobs, which is just bits and pieces like housework / Duolingo, Headspace, that sort of thing. Did some more designing of scripts, probably. I've just put design, so who knows. Then I filmed a Plan With Me video. Did some purchasing of gifts, because there's quite a lot of birthdays in the next week. It is my bestie's and my sister's birthday the following week. No, it's actually just my bestie's birthday the following week. Then the week after is both my sister and my brother's. So yeah, was doing lots of purchasing of gifts. Went for a walk to get my steps in. Watched some TV, I haven't marked in what, but who cares, and then did some crocheting, and that is it for the week. So here we have the finished spread. I really love how it's just like purple and pink and no other colours. I'm obsessed with that, particularly how the like underlays play into it. And here are all my leftovers. Obviously there's tons of leftovers because it's a Plannerface kit, and also I used like 2 bits of foil bundles, so plenty left over. But that is it for this video. Comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz. Let me know what you think of this spread and whether you've used the kit, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!